Hi, welcome to Home Stream, and in today's video we got the FLD 120 Freightliner, and yeah, pretty much in this video right here, I just wanted to compare this truck to our favorite truck we like to put the one take challenge to the International 4070A, and I just want to do a head-to-head between that truck and this truck. And after making this video, I do believe I'm gonna make a couple of more of these videos because this video right here, I feel it's gonna, it pretty much showed me something very interesting. And, it's making me rethink my choices. And, it might have a nice reflection on how I'm gonna start playing this game from here on out after seeing the results of this particular video. And, I don't want to ruin it for you guys, but I really want you guys to stay tuned all the way to the end. And if you do that, you'll see exactly what I'm talking about, especially if you were to go back to the very first one take challenge video. Well, I am going to start out by saying this one difference right here, as if it's probably not going to be too obvious to the average viewer. Like, if you don't play Snow Runner, you're probably not going to really notice this. But if you do play Snow Runner, as you can see, I'm using a high range gearbox. Now, in the original video, I pretty much tried to set up the 4070A in a manner where I would have been able to get the best of the gears, and I wanted the truck to do its very best, and I didn't want the truck to get stuck. So I believe I had the off-range gearbox in that truck. But with this truck, I was like, hey, you know what? I've been using it for a hot minute now. And I mean, you guys see me play with this truck on the live stream. So you guys already probably got a good idea that I really like this truck. But, this comes with playing the game. I always try to set up the truck, especially for a one take challenge. I always try to set up my trucks for the best of its ability. And if I feel like I could get away with the range gearbox, that's what I'm gonna do. If I feel like I need the off-road or a fine tune, guess what? I'm gonna put that in there and I'm gonna go ahead and send it. Oh yeah, that's right. By the way, there's something I want to add to the video right about here. And that is, yeah, I cut out the loading screen. Unlike in the first one take challenge video where I didn't. And, like I said, that was back before I decided to start editing the videos or remotely speaking on over them. But trust me, outside of that, it's all done in one take. I mean, that's why it's called one take challenge. Uh, yeah, you know what? as of the recording of this video, as soon as I got to this part right here, there's something. Yeah, I know it's a small detail, and a lot of people probably ain't gonna care, but trust me when I say I care. And the detail that I'm gonna point out to you guys right now is, unlike in the first original One Take Challenge video, I wasn't using jack tires, and I wanna, get the consistency down. So yeah, I'll let you guys know the results of that when I decide to rerun this route again. Give it a bit of the rerun. And like I said, I'm not gonna record it, but I'm just gonna compare it to this video right here. So I will be leaving it in my system for a bit more longer, just so I could tell you the results of what happened when I put the other tires on here. Yeah, there's something else I wanted to add to this video right about here. And like I said, I've been watching this video while recording it at the same time. And yeah, I like to get front shots of the truck. Like I'm not even gonna front. Like I love watching the truck go face to face with the camera. And I like so you guys probably already seen the fact that I like to have the camera in front of the truck for some of the shots, so you don't get too much of this rear three quarters to a head on, straight from the rear type of view. But with this truck right here, as you can see, I'm moving along at a really rapid pace, and the time it takes to spin the camera all the way around the truck puts you in a crack moment. And I didn't want to end up in too much of those. I mean, unfortunately, I did anyways, even with the camera behind the truck, I still managed to have some crack moments. I mean, even down to right now, me saying, "Oh crap!" You can see that I'm really fighting with the truck. I'm, I'm trying not to soak up too much damage, even though it's just gonna happen. And I let the Warhammer spirit shine through in this video because he is normally the guy that every time I'm playing this game with him, he's always flying through these courses, and it always looks like he's going foot down everywhere he goes. But as you can see, I'm sitting here, I'm soaking up all the damage, and I'm not really trying to damage out the truck. That's not the point of the video. Of course, it's obviously happening, but I'm just trying to see exactly how far can this truck go on one full tank of fuel. Like we already seen it with the 4070A, but we see how far it was able to take us. So that's why we're here doing it with this truck right here. Yeah, you know what? After that last little comment that I had left, I wonder if I should change the meaning of OTC from one take challenge to one tank challenge. I mean, it would still say OTC no matter what. You know what? Let me know in the comments. Yeah, alright, I know when I came through here with the first one take challenge video, I just generally wanted to see if the truck would make it, and that's all I was doing when I came down through here. Yeah, trust me, I turned plenty of trucks into boats by taking this path. But oddly enough, I made it through with the 4070A. But coming back through here with this truck, I knew that this thing was just gonna eat, and I was gonna turn on the all-wheel drive, obviously, to let it really do what it do. Yeah, now if you made it this far in this video, you're gonna notice something right about now, especially if you watch the original One Take Challenge video all the way through. And you know what? Well, I'm not there to look over your shoulders, but if you get to this part of the video, I want you to pause it, think about it, and then leave a comment on what's the difference between the first One Take Challenge video and the last one. But I want you to hit that pause button at least right about now and leave your comment on what you think is the difference between that video and this one. Well, if you guys got to this part of the video and you also watched the original One Take Challenge video, you'll realize that by now our sail passed right where the 4070A had ran out of fuel. And yeah, that's the difference between that video and this video. I feel like as far as engine efficiency goes, that truck, it definitely made a longer video with a smaller amount of fuel. And I mean, even if I was to go back to that original video, I don't think I chopped out the loading screens. But even if I would have left the loading screens in this video wouldn't be too much more longer than what it is. And yeah, both videos were made on the same PS5, so the loading times are definitely going to be the same. But like I said, even if I would have left the loading times in, this video was still going to be roughly 28 well, it's going to be about roughly 30 minutes at best. Hey, you know what, guys? No lie, I did not expect this truck to go as far as it did because, I don't know, I just really didn't expect that much out of this thing, but yet here we are. So, shoot, you gotta give it up for the 40, not for the 4070A. We gotta give it up for the FLD 120. It is doing what it do. You guys see it tore through all of that terrain like the way it did. I was able to blip on the all-wheel drive when I needed it, turn it off when I didn't need it, use the high range when I seen the perfect opportunity for it. Now, granted, I will tell you guys this right here. Now, this is a little behind the scenes secret that I'm gonna let you guys in on. I started recording this video. I made it to the third match, rolled over, and then I said, screw it. I erased that video, and I restarted this all the way from the beginning. So yeah, I messed up because I rolled over by leaving my foot down, and like I said, that's where you see a lot of the messing up and stuff happen at because yeah, I should have just slowed down, took my time. Maybe the truck would have made it a bit more further than what it did. Who knows? Now, to be honest with you guys, I thought the truck was gonna stop literally like right about here. But nope, I guess she decided she wanted to show off as much as she possibly can. So, it kept on deciding it wanted to exceed my personal expectations of itself. So here it goes. It's just absolutely showing out, even with the all-wheel drive on, consuming a lot more fuel. But, I turned it off to give it more of a fighting chance. I tried to get it back to the city at least. But, there she goes. She finally conked on out. Or she's about to conk out. So this is as far as she makes it. And I ain't gonna lie to you, that's actually pretty awesome. I will say this, I like the way that this truck right here navigated the terrain, and it did it pretty efficiently, like the way I feel it should do. But like I said, I'm gonna compare this truck to a few more trucks, and I'm gonna also run this truck through this simulation again, but without the jack tires on there. And I'm gonna let you guys know the results of that. I want to see if the video is gonna stay generally just about as long as it is. But anyways, thank you guys for watching. This is Pomo Stream, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. And I'm out.
It was at this moment he knew. He messed up.